In this episode, the countdown of the top 50 tequilas of 2024 continues right here on the Tequila Hombre. Coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre as we have part 3 of our countdown of the top 50 tequilas in 2024 based on sales on the website Ferment and Still, which caters towards aficionados looking for amazing traditionally made tequilas with no additives. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get back to the countdown. Number 30 on the list is an actual staple in my collection because it is a fantastic budget tequila that I love to use for making palomas as well as a sipper. It comes out of Casa San Matias. It is Pbl Vijo's Reposado. If you haven't tried the Pbl Vijo line, it is ridiculously good for the price. You can find it in liquor stores and stuff now. It's an amazing Reposado, an amazing tequila for the price. You really can't go wrong with it. It makes a great sipper. So for those of you that are on a tight budget, low budget, you want something good to sip on as well as something good to make cocktails with, Pbl Vijo is never a bad choice. And at number 30 on our countdown is the Pbl Vijo Reposado. Number 29 on the list is one that I actually enjoy a lot. I always keep a bottle of it on my shelf. I've drank quite a few bottles of it, and it's really good. I really enjoy it. And it seems like the people that shop at Fermin and Still enjoy it as well because it's made this list. It is out of NOM 1480 and Master Tequilero David Rivandi. It is the Uno Blanco from the Uno Dos Tres or 1, 2, 3 organic tequila line. Really nice cooked agave flavor. Beautiful, beautiful Blanco. You really can't go wrong with it. If you haven't tried it, you should try the whole 1, 2, 3 line. It's a really strong line. He does a really good job with it, and it's something that people thoroughly enjoy. So, number 29 on the list, the Numero Uno Blanco from 1, 2, 3 Organic. Number 28 on the list is one, well, I'm surprised it's at 28 and not higher. It is my favorite añejo. I talk about this one all the time. It comes out of NOM 1426 and is actually a really beautiful añejo. If you're somebody that likes añejo, this one is definitely worth picking up. Number 28 is the Batch Nuevo Uno Añejo Deep 2-year añejo. Really wonderful añejo. I love this. I've drank so many bottles of this. I always keep it here in my collection, and I highly recommend if you're an añejo person and you haven't tried a bottle of añejo, the Nuevo Uno Añejo Deep, make sure you try it. It's really good. So there you go, number 28 on the list, Batch Nuevo Uno, Añejo Deep. Number 27 on the list comes from the Camarenas, and yes, not the ones you're thinking of. It's actually Mauricio Camarena, and this is a Blanco that I actually keep in my collection as well and drink a lot and really love the flavor profile of this. It's one that I've actually helped create the flavor profile because this comes from the Carrera 54 flavor profile. It is the 40 proof Carrera Blanco. If you haven't tried this Blanco, it's really, really good. One of my favorite 40 proof Blancos, great for making cocktails as well as for sipping. Beautiful cooked agave flavor. Just an absolute wonderful sipper. Excellent for mixing, whatever you want to do with it. I highly recommend it. If you haven't tried the Carrera regular Blanco, the 40 proof Blanco, or 40% Blanco, the 80 proof Blanco, then make sure you pick up a bottle and try it. It's absolutely delicious. So number 27 on the list, the Carrera Blanco. Number 26 on the list is one that I don't keep in my collection. I'm actually not a big fan of it. Since I don't do a lot of cocktails, it's a decent sipper, not necessarily great. For me, I find it to come across as being hot at times, but people love it because it's a great budget option and a wonderful for making cocktails like margaritas and palomas and such. So I'm going to put a picture up here on the screen since I don't personally have a bottle of it, but it is the Arete Blanco, a really nice Blanco, also additive free, well made. It just doesn't really fit my flavor profile and what I look for in an enjoyable sipper, but a lot of people like it, and so they still purchase it on Ferment and Still. So number 26 on the list is Arete Blanco. Number 25 on the list is kind of a sleeper tequila. You don't hear a lot of people talking about it, but it seems that people that buy it come back and buy more. And so it's actually came in at 25 on our top 50 list. and it is out of NOM 1480, soon to be changed to their new distillery, La Roca. It is the Don Abraham 110 proof Blanco. I really love this Blanco myself. It is a really good high proof Valle Blanco. So if you look for a little something different from the Los Altos high proof, I definitely recommend picking up the Don Abraham 110 proof Blanco. It is really delicious, more towards the Valle flavor profile. So it's got more of that herbal, kind of grassy notes and stuff to it. Really enjoyable though. I've drank a couple of bottles of this and always keep it here in my collection. So number 25 on the list is Don Abraham's 110 proof Blanco. Number 24 on the list comes from one of my favorite brands. This is a staple in my collection as well. I probably have about 12 bottles over here on my shelf. A beautiful sipper, a beautiful Blanco, and it comes out of NOM 1579 in Felipe Camarena. It is the G4 Blanco. I love this Blanco. It's solid. You can't go wrong with it. Definitely a good sipper, good for making cocktails. Just one that I've been sipping on for probably close to 10 years now. It's really good. I actually was working with this brand or drinking this brand and enjoying it and doing reviews of this brand when it first pretty much started hitting the United States, probably about 2018 or so. Really delicious stuff. If you haven't tried the G4 Blanco, it's worth picking up. And it is our 24th bestseller from Ferment and Still for 2024. Coming in at number 23 is kind of a sleeper as well. It wasn't heavily distributed in the United States before, and those that knew, but it's gotten heavily distribution now. And of course, their master tequilero, master distiller, Sergio Cruz, has gotten some fame now, and people are talking about it. Of course, it is from NOM 1414. It is the Viva Mexico Blanco. It's their house brand. Every time I go to Arandas and visit with my friends at Viva Mexico, we always sit down and drink lots of the Viva Mexico Blanco and Repo and Añejo. It's a solid line, definitely worth picking up a bottle if you haven't tried it yet. Really nice cooked agave flavor, really easy to drink, and really enjoyable. Also would make fantastic cocktails. So number 23 on our list, out of NOM 1414, Viva Mexico Blanco. Number 22 on the list comes from my good friend, Master Tequilero David Ravandi. And it is a different brand, but he really knocked it out of the park with this one. People come back and buy a lot of it. I was one of the ones that introduced this to the tequila world, and I'm glad I did because it is a fantastic reposado. Really enjoyable, aged in white Burgundy barrels from France. It is the El Luchador Reposado. If you haven't tried this reposado, it's absolutely delicious, really easy to drink. Would make great cocktails, but it's just an amazing sipper. I use it as a sipper. I always keep 2 or 3 bottles around because I do go through them pretty quick. If you haven't tried the El Luchador Reposado, I highly recommend it. It is a tasty and beautiful reposado. Number 21 and the final tequila for this episode comes from my good friend, Jimmy Souza. I was really thrilled to be one of the ones to introduce this brand to the people of the United States. And I'm glad I did because the brand is solid. Jimmy Souza does a great job with this brand. It is Dos Angeles, and it's the Dos Angeles Blanco that comes in at number 21 on our list. If you haven't tried this Blanco, it's delicious. It's really good. Nothing wrong with this at all. Makes a good sipper as well as really nice cocktails. I highly recommend trying it if you haven't tried it yet. The whole Dos Angeles line is pretty solid, so you can't go wrong with anything from them and from Jimmy Souza. He does great work with them on this brand. So number 21 on the list and the final tequila for this episode is Dos Angeles Blanco. Well, if you like any of the tequilas that I've mentioned in this episode, make sure you click the thumbs up and give me a like. If you're new to the channel and you want to catch the rest of the tequilas on the list, make sure you click the subscribe button right there and the notification bell next to it so you get notified every time I post one of these countdown videos, as well as any of my unbiased, honest reviews that I do and informational videos that will help you in selecting good quality, additive-free, amazing tequilas. So next time you go to the liquor store, you won't make a mistake and buy something that you're not going to like. And until next time, like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila. And it is. Salud.